Open sesame. All right, it's your boy Chosen, man. Like, subscribe, enjoy the reaction. If not, friend, I beg you are trash. Okay, let's get to it.
UK drill fans are going wild right now after a West London rapper called Abzsav dropped probably the rudest 3 songs to ever come out. In today's video, we are going into the backstory of these 3 diss tracks, which will clear up a lot about why they are so violent. Let's get into it. So if you're not up to date, like I said before, West London rapper Abzsav just dropped 3 of the rudest diss tracks to ever come out. So rude and disrespectful that it's even opening the question of if dissing the dead should be illegal. Now I know a couple
Should disrespecting the dead be illegal? That's actually nah. It's freedom of speech. I would say nah. It's freedom of speech. Well, I'm in America, so I feel like the UK should be freedom of speech too. Like, nah, you should have the right to say what you want to say.
of you guys probably have not heard the songs, so I've put them on the screen now. But we'll be breaking them down and going through the history behind all of this. So the rapper who dropped these tunes is a rapper called Abzsav, who's from an area called Norfolk, at the edge of West London. And from the outside in, it doesn't look like the worst area, but Norfolk is home to Abzav's gang, N Gang. N Gang is also part of a bigger gang across the London borough of Ealing, which is a collective of members from towns in Ealing called Southall, Greenford, and of course Norfolk. The reason they're called 156 is because the areas covered in the gang are UB1, UB5 and UB6 postcodes. 156 beef quite a lot of West London, especially its surrounding areas.
As a dude from like Long Beach, LA, like I said, y'all know I'm from Long Beach. I can definitely understand why they be like, yo, the neighborhood doesn't look that bad because you can get into some areas where like there's a city in like Carson. Like Carson has like the Carson looks very nice. Um, Carson looks smooth. Like you would go there and be like, oh, this is a solid neighborhood. It's leave. You should not be there very late and watch what colors you got on too. So I definitely understand when they're like, yo, it doesn't look that bad on the outside. Look at it, but people know, yeah, you should be. Yeah, man, looks can be very deceiving. Okay, so I understood that. All these gangs and stuff, obviously they look like they all under one banner. So this is interesting. This is interesting. But I just wanted to say that I can relate to like the area looking good, and it's like you should be there. That's good to you.
But they're mainly into it with a gang from Rayners Lane, which is a 7-minute drive from Norfolk where Abzsav is from. But 156 are better known for their feud with another gang from West London called CGM, which is infamously the gang of the big rapper Digga D. And despite the beef between Rayners Lane and 156 being more personal, most people are probably familiar with CGM and 156 issues, mainly just because CGM are much more well known than Rayners Lane.
Well, hang on. Let me go back. Cause I'm a little confused. He got to slow that down. He talking hella quick. Hold on.
It's because the areas
hold on. That's it. Fume. I'm trying to. Yeah. Hold on.
covered in the gang are UB1, UB5 and UB6 postcodes. 156 beef quite a lot of West London, especially its surrounding areas. But they're mainly into it with a gang from Rayners Lane, which is a 7-minute drive from Norfolk where Abzsav is from. But 156 are better known for their feud with another gang from West London called CGM, which is infamously the gang of the big rapper Digga D. And despite the beef between Rayners Lane and 156 being more personal, most people are probably familiar with CGM and 156 issues, mainly just because CGM are much more well known than Rayners Lane, with CGM rapper Digga D hitting mainstream type of views on his songs, and other members like Rack 5 and Horrid 1 hitting decent numbers as well. But a big reason to do with CGM's blow up on the scene was actually to do with 156. CGM burst onto the scene around 2016 to 17 under their old group's name 1011, and they blew up faster than any.
Nigga, I ain't gonna lie. I feel like I'm in a Law and Order episode. Like I feel like I'm picturing a whiteboard. And I'm like, boom, this connects here. Boom, this dot's here. Boom, this starts here. I'm not saying this dude is the police. Like he snitched on everybody because he did it. I know the police either did it or they like, oh, nigga, it ain't that hard. Yep, boom, thank you. All this evidence is public information, so it's not like he went so hard. So I'm pretty sure the police already got a big ass whiteboard for everybody. But that's what I feel like a lot of them like, okay, this connects here. Oh wow, look at this. Let's continue. Let me go back a little bit, my fault. So it says CGM Digga D's gang blew up off of.
To do with CGM's blow up on the scene was actually to do with 156. CGM burst onto the scene around 2016 to 17 under their old group's name 1011, and they blew up.
Nigga, what mask is? That nigga look like. Why is Baz like that? That nigga deep. Why is his Baz like that? Oh my god, that's how nigga got that Spider-Man look when Mary Jane tried to kiss him. I guess his Mary Jane tried to kiss him and she stopped midway and she was like, "Yo, breath stink, nigga. Yeah, I'm good." She left that nigga mask like that. Oh my god, nigga look like a broke Nacho Libre right now, bro. Come on, just put your Baz down, bro. I know you can still rap with the Baz, bro. Come on, man. Come on, man. That's all I'm saying. Am I going too far? I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. Let's stay on topic. Let's stay on topic. Serious.
Faster than any other group at the time, gaining millions upon millions of views in some of their first songs as a group. But one of the main reasons for CGM's blow up was due to a murder which took place in the beef between Rayners Lane and 156. On April 11th, 2017, a 156 member called T-Wiz barely even just walked out of his Norfolk home until he was approached by two Rayners Lane members. T-Wiz was heard arguing with the two Rayners Lane members before he was stabbed in his stomach. The two attackers then fled the scene, and sadly, T-Wiz died later that day. CGM blew up a lot on their early songs due to this death, with CGM mocking him in every song, making the name T-Wiz a well-known name in the UK just off his death. CGM even mocked T-Wiz so much that members were even banned from saying his name in any future songs. One of the killers of T-Wiz was a Rayners Lane member called T-Rose, and him and the other guy actually managed to beat the murder case due to self-defense. After beating the case, T-Rose then went on to make a drill song about the murder, while also recreating the scene of the murder in the music video. And even while
So basically, CGM blew because they knew the Rainer Lane killed 156, and they was the one making the most jokes about it. And then the dudes ended up beating the case because they like argue self defense. And obviously nobody was there, so it's like you don't really know. And he probably was found. It sounded like bro was probably found with a weapon, or they could have been like he looked like he was reaching for something, so I stabbed him, and I didn't know what he had. So dang, that is damn, and they was making fun of it. Damn, let me go back a little bit. I just want to make sure I'm following like right.
T-Wiz was a Rayners Lane member called T-Rose, and him and the other guy actually managed to beat the murder case due to self.
But I do feel like all this is influenced. This gonna sound bad. I feel like all of this is influenced by the original drill movement, Chief Keef, that came out when I was like 11 and 12. When I was like rocking with them, and they made Tuka famous. So I get what they mean by like he made T-Wiz famous. Like Tuka got everybody like smoking with Tuka. Like, I was singing Tuka Pack, and I was like 12, 11. I had no idea who the hell Tuka was, but it sounded fire. So Chicago drill movement, man, it's crazy influence.
Self-defense. After beating the case, T-Rose then went on to make a drill song about the murder, while also recreating the scene of the murder in the music video. And even while years went by after T-Wiz's murder, 156 members were still out to get him. T-Rose moved around 3 hours from London to a small town called Telford. 156 caught wind of this and rid out 3 hours to Telford, caught T-Rose and shot him to death 3 years after the murder of T-Wiz.
See now, I remember it was it was another it was like Burger Boys versus uh, I forgot the other group's name, but Burger Boys versus Johnson. And one dude moved like 10 minutes away, like he didn't go far. He was like, I'm trying to start a new life. I think it was like 20 minutes away. Like this dude was 3 hours away, so I would give him a bit of a dollar. Like, he actually did try to escape. Them niggas they was on him hard body, boy. Yeah, he should have went to another country. yeah, yeah. At least he tried though. Nigga attempted. He tried to get away. Boy, they caught up with that nigga. It says 3 hours is nothing, boy. He went on a road trip to kill that nigga. Boy. He did say that like he knew that. Like, how is these details? Like, he got a direct line to the police? Like, the police just leaking all this information? I don't know.
2 hours before T-Rose's death on the 13th of October, back in London, another batch of 156 members were also driving around Hayes with a shotgun and revolver, looking for members of another rival gang to 156 called Purple Haze, when they spotted someone who allegedly had links to the gang called Shaq. The members in the car then proceeded to shoot Shaq multiple times with the revolver, sadly killing him on the scene. The car was then dumped, doused with petrol, and burnt a few miles away from the shooting. 5 people people have been charged with this murder so far, including a 13-year-old boy, but are yet to go to trial. Abzsav mentions both T-Wiz and Shaq's murder in his Table Turns 1 song, saying 24 hours 2 got dropped. And even at the start of his second diss track, he mocks T-Rose by pretending he's a skeleton. The reason for this was because a couple years back, CGM member Horrid1 mocked T-Wiz by pretending he's a skeleton of him. See, a year before the double murder of
I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying I understand. You feel me? Like I understand now why it was so like they started to disrespect it first, and he like, if we're gonna disrespect, let's go all the way, bro. Yeah. You're the kid that take it too far, and then everybody's like, why he take it so far? It's like when you the dude that get you the one that retaliate, you get caught. And you like, man, he hit me first. The teacher didn't see that, but he saw you hit him. And it's like, man. So that's where I feel like, you know what I mean, it's kind of like happened. It kind of, damn, it make a lot of sense now. Like, they started the skeletons. Bro, they reenacted bro getting stabbed in their music video. So him whipping out a skeleton, like, because they was using the skeleton stuff first too. Like, that's, damn. Can't say wrong, shit, hey, look, we not Jesus. You feel me? So we try to, if you Christian, you try to be like Jesus, but we not Jesus to turn the other cheek to everything. So it's tough, man.
of Shaq and T-Rose. The tables are very much turned in this feud. Now, if you listen to CGM rapper Digga D's tunes, you'll probably hear or see him mentioning a guy called JoJo, or you might have seen him with a diamond ring with the words Free JoJo engraved in it. Well, JoJo was a Raina's Lane member who was getting into it heavy with 156, so much that the feds had to relocate him more than an hour away from Raina's Lane to East London and Ilford to keep him out of trouble after he caught a couple cases. But unfortunately, this didn't stop him from getting into it with 156 members, which was clear on November the 18th, 2017. On this day, JoJo left his Ilford home carrying a black motorcycle helmet at 4:45 PM and got a train from Ilford to Norfolk, territory of the 156 gang. He then met up with 3 friends, and around 10 PM, with 2 mopeds and shanks, they started to circle around Norfolk looking for 156 members. Unfortunately, on some bad timing, some affiliates of 156 just happened to grab some drinks from a shop and were heading back to their friend's house to enjoy their Saturday night. When they got to a road called Newnham Close in Norfolk, which was the same road their friend T-Wiz happened to be stabbed to death a few months back, JoJo and his friends spotted the group and jumped off their mopeds to try to catch up to them. The 156 group split up and started running for their lives. But once JoJo and his friends got back on their mopeds looking for the group, they managed to spot an 18-year-old called Jason Isaacs in a dead end separated from his group, which resulted with Jason being stabbed 8 times from a sword and machete. Jason managed to get himself to a friend's house and eventually to a hospital, but a few days later, sadly, he was pronounced dead. The mopeds from the attack were dumped but later recovered by...
Damn, that's ironic, bro. That's really ironic, bro. The same place that the other dude got stabbed at is where this dude, was closely stabbed at. The irony of life, man. Damn. But them niggas dumped the mopeds, but then, yeah, they less organized. Like, why wouldn't you wipe them down? Like, spray them with water? Or like, I don't know.
Police. And once the forensic team investigated them, JoJo's blood was discovered on one of the bikes. Not only that, but when the feds pulled up to JoJo's house, they recovered the same puffer jacket, hoodie, and helmet which was shown on the CCTV from the attack. JoJo was a...
I'm not even mad, bro. I'm just disappointed, bro. Like, obviously, I don't want bro to get away with it, but hey, come on, bro. Hey, come on, bro. Like the way 156, from what they described, I don't know nothing. They burn the car. Like, that's a real hit. You get the car, and you burn the car, and it's like, boom, we got away with it. We even have not listened to his new song. Put it in the chat, and we gonna react to it. So like that's cool. But the fact that like y'all left the mopeds there, y'all didn't try to wipe them down, like get the water, you feel me? And then you still got the puffer jacket, the knife, like bro, what is going? Like, there's so many movies out, like I don't know. Police showed up and they was like, this nigga still got, he still got the same stuff we seen him with. Oh yeah, take his ass to jail. Oh my god. Sorry. like, yo, like get this nigga, bro. Get this nigga, get this nigga, bro. Get this nigga out, bro. Get bro. He deserved to go to jail. He definitely not just for killing, but just for like, bro, come on, man. I know the police just couldn't believe it. Like, nigga, have you seen any type of crime show ever, bro? They didn't tell you how to get away with it. Like, this shit crazy.
Eventually charged with the murder, but the only issue was that there was 3 more people to catch. The evidence was crazy on Jojo, but the feds didn't want him just to go down for the murder, but Jojo refused to testify against his friends, and ultimately was sentenced to life with a minimum of 20 years. Just like T-Wiz, Jay was heavily mocked in songs, mainly from Rainer's Lane members, with no type of remorse for the 2 young lives which were lost, and you could tell mentally this really took a toll on Abzsav, who had just lost 2 of his friends. In the recent interview he just done with Fumes the Engineer,
I did see
he talks
that.
about how people were dissing his friends for years, and back then for a lot of people it was all fun and games, without anyone realizing that certain guys actually lost a friend in real life. He goes on to say that the reason he called these diss tracks Tables Turned because he was just replying to all the disses his gang has been getting for years, and when we actually look at the lyrics of his Tables Turned songs, you can see that a lot of disses actually go lyric to lyric with the same disses opposition gangs have said previously, but obviously just changed up to fit the agenda of his gang. But despite all of this, some people still think Abzsav went too overboard, talking about a lot of sensitive situations, like a CGM member called AP's mum dying. He then even goes into dissing big UK drill rapper Russ, by pretty much saying CGM can't try what they done to Russ, with him dissing AP's mum. A bit of backstory on this, basically around 2 years ago, just like Abzsav, drill rapper Russ also dissed AP's mum in the group chat between Russ and CGM members. At the time, Russ was cool with CGM, mainly because his right hand, another drill rapper called Taze, is cousins with a couple CGM members. After dissing AP's mum, Russ had the show, but after decided to go to CGM's block, thinking he's still cool with them. But the tables turned and CGM members robbed Russ for his chain. For a period of time, it seemed like 156 and Russ were cool though, with a 156 member called Nito MB, even featuring on a remix of Russ's.
There's so much going on, bro. This is crazy. There's so much going on. Like, I'm like trying to follow. So basically, Russ was cool with CGM. He said a diss to them. I'm kind of confused why he made fun of their mom if he had like affiliated with CGM. But he made a diss. Then he went back to the block and they was like, bro, we not cool, bro. You just made fun of bro mom dying. And then they jumped him. And Abzsav is like, bro, y'all getting on me, bro. He the one. Russ is really the OG one that really said the first stuff about bro mom. Like, y'all get. I'm saying like, what he say fuck me for? Then he said, what he say have me for?
His hit single 630. But once the song came out, Nito started demanding all over his socials that he wants the song to be taken down, which it eventually was. But despite these CGM and Rust disses, it's clear that Rainer's Lane was the biggest focal point on these songs, with countless disses towards them, mentioning situations like a double shooting on Rainer's Lane members in 2018, or when 5156 members ran into a kebab shop and shot at a couple Rainer's Lane members in 2020. But one of the most painful disses.
Yeah, this is wild, bro. I would have told AP go suck your mom, but laugh out loud. He ain't got no mom. Like, that's crazy, but that was wild. That was crazy, bro. It's like you understand, like I ain't got no jokes. Like, it's just like I had to look at the backstory because people love my tables turn reactions. So I had to do the backstory, man. This is like, I mean, it's fair. Like, it's not like he obviously took it to her like this is a mom, but it's like I asked in the video, what did them niggas do to make this nigga this mad? I found out why they made him mad. Like, y'all pushed and y'all mad that y'all pushed and he punched back. Y'all pushed him and instead of pushing back, he punched y'all in the face. Like, y'all can't be that mad. Like, you started. Like, hey man, you gotta take it's already left now. Let's go left. Yo, if you wanna go left, let's go left.
was on a situation that took place quite recently, on the 11th of June 2021. A 15-year-old Rainers Lane member who went by the name Jay Taps was on his way to school around 8:30 in the morning when he unfortunately bumped into a 156 member. In video footage, which is way too graphic to post on here, you can see the two get into a tussle, which ended with Jay Taps being stabbed multiple times and soaked in the blood of Paul in his own school clothes. This was literally broad daylight in front of herds of kids making their way towards school. After the stabbing, the kid ran away from the scene, with even builders who are working on the site nearby trying to catch up to the kid until the police came. A 156 member called Slims is currently awaiting trial for this murder, who was also only 15 and was making his way to school, which is crazy to think that this feud is running so deep that school kids from each side are turning on each other. In Abzav's second
So I just want to make this statement, bro. Like, first off, in gangs world, it's always been the youth that are in gangs. Like, gang banging is a young man's game. Like, if you 40 still gang banging, it's a little slow. Like, you know what I mean? Because usually you don't make it that far, and if you're lucky to make it that far, you usually aren't still as active as you. You know what I'm saying? As you are. So it's usually the young kids that are the most active. So I want to say that with the 15-year olds going in crazy at each other. But it is sad. I mean, one of the Abzsav had bars on a track called "Dumb Ways to Die." Oh yeah, I watched "Dumb Ways to Die." I just reacted to that. So many dumb ways to die. G Tash was on his way to school and got killed with a dumb little guy. Oh my god, that was about him. That's what that was about. Wow, this is crazy. This is coming full story, bro. I just reacted to that. Oh my gosh, that's wild. Damn, this is part of their most recent diss. But yeah, it's just they wake up, damn, nigga, 8:30 in the morning, nigga, I'm worried about doing homework and these niggas stabbing each other, bro. That's sad, man. Nigga, I'm over there trying to have somebody look in high school. I was trying to have somebody send me the homework. You feel me? Just worried about getting this homework done during recess. You feel me? Doing that homework during recess during nutrition. Them niggas just woke up trying to stab me. I'm too tired to stab me. I'm like, bro, come on, can we just talk? Can we beef later? Like I would have been like, bro, can we beef later? Shit, I'm late to class. Man, that's it. RIP, man.
in diss track. He even mocked Jay Taps for not making it to his 16th birthday, which is sad to know that somebody so young lost their life to this feud. Just before Jay Taps' death, he was seen in a couple pictures throwing up gang signs, and literally just a few days before his death, he was seen in a Rainers Lane music video called For Real, which would have made him everybody thinks of these tracks. The people think Abzsav went too far on these, but the people think it's justified due to the previous mocking of his friends. And I've partnered up with
So this is wild. This is wild. I'm gonna say that is it justified? I don't want to say any like type of things. I don't want to say justified. I want to say, hey man, it's fair. I'm gonna say it's fair. I don't want to use justified. I just don't want to use that term. I'm gonna say fair. They push first, and he swung. You shove somebody and they punch you. Don't get mad like, oh, bro, you supposed to shove me back. No, you took it left. Let's go left. And he said, let's go left. And he said, y'all want to play like that? And it sounds like they were the ones getting dissed. It kind of reminds me of like, I could be like I said, I'm not like that real versed with LA gangs, but it's like the Hoovers don't really rock with nobody. Like the Hoovers are just like surrounded like Bloods and Crips, and it's like no one likes the Hoovers for the most part. So they just beef with everybody. That's what it sounds like. His group is just beefing with everybody. It's just like them and nobody else will be gonna ride like that. I feel like the biggest obstacle for him is to stay alive, and then like worry about the rap career because if he dies, no matter how much clout he got, like it just don't really mean nothing. You feel me? So hope bro stay alive. Wish bro the best. RP to everybody that lost their life in this video. Gang life, man. It's with the youth. Like, it's not older to people gang banging like that because usually they already gang banged at a younger age. That's what it is. So it's sad, man. But it's your boy Chosen, man. I had to react to ABZ sad tables turn the violent backstory because I made a reaction video to it, so I feel like I definitely had to get to the backstory, and everybody loved my tables turn reaction. So yeah, man, it's your boy Chosen, man. Like, subscribe if you enjoyed. Let me know what should I react to next, man. I'm out.